Recently, Katy Perry released a Christmas song about how she wants to spend the holidays with her Mr. Santa. The singer and Orlando Bloom were supposed to have a Christmas wedding, but their plans have changed. Will Katy become a wife for the second time? Why didn't her first marriage work out? Stay with me to find out if Orlando Bloom made Katy Perry really love Christmas. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to Curiosips for more juicy videos and leave a thumbs up. Let's have a throwback to the time before Katy Perry was a pop star with an international career. She was born on October 25, 1984 as Catherine Elizabeth Hudson in Santa Barbara, California, where she also grew up. Did you know that she comes from a very religious family and her father was a pastor? As Katy recalled in one of her interviews, music has always been present in her life, and when she was a little girl, she dreamed of performing on stage. That's why the pop star, whose very over-the-top stage image has nothing to do with a modest and calm girl, started singing in the choir in her dad's church. At the beginning, Katy was mainly surrounded by gospel music. Popular music was actually discouraged in her family home. That's why her debut album, which came out in 2001, included mainly Christian music and was simply titled Katy Hudson. Unfortunately, the first album of the then 15-year-old artist didn't achieve commercial success. But Katy must have had a lot of determination and really wanted to make her dreams come true, because despite her debut album not doing well, she didn't give up and she still made music. It all paid off, and when the successes finally came, it brought her straight to the top. But it still took her several years to get there. Why did she decide to adopt the stage name Katy Perry? When she was 17, Katy changed her last name to Perry, which was her mother's maiden name, because she wanted to avoid confusion with the famous actress Kate Hudson. Then, the singer recorded 2 more albums, one in collaboration with the songwriting team The Matrix, who previously worked, for instance, with Britney Spears, and the other solo album had never been published because her label Java was dropped. So, in some way, Katy had to start over again. The singer got lucky in 2007 when her work was noticed by a person from Virgin Records, and later she was signed to Capitol Records. With this label, in May 2008, the single I Kissed a Girl was released. It went to number 1 in 30 countries around the world and was one of the biggest hits of 2008. Do you have any good memories connected to this song? A few months later, Katy released the video to You're So Gay, a song which was supposed to introduce her to the music market, but it failed to chart. Why did I mention a song with this questionable title? Well, this is an example that even if someone has huge potential, things don't always have to work out for them. And even the big stars who are at the top of their game today had to work hard to get to where they are. In June 2008, Katy's album One of the Boys was released, and it included songs such as Hot and Cold and Thinking of You. The record reached the top 10 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and brought her several Grammy nominations. Once Katy reached the summit, more than a decade ago, she hasn't left it. During this time, she released 3 more albums, Teenage Dream, Prism, and Witness, which confirmed her status as one of the top artists in the industry. And last Friday night, Firework, California Girls, and Roar are just a few of her many very successful hits, which were played by radio stations all around the world. And of course, they brought her multiple awards and nominations. Katy Perry, without a doubt, is one of the greatest celebrities in the music industry. And since 2011, she has been on the Forbes list of the highest paid women in music. And unlike many artists who are handed the songs they are supposed to sing with music, lyrics, and all that will make them a hit, Katy wrote most of the popular songs herself. What's more, she also wrote songs for other artists. Did you know that some of the most popular songs were co-written by Katy Perry? One of these songs is Black Widow by Iggy Azalea and Rita Ora. The song charted around the world thanks to Katy. She was also involved in writing Passenger from Britney Spears' 8th album, which she co-wrote with Sia. Other artists include Selena Gomez, Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, and Kelly Clarkson. The list of names is impressive. It seemed that Katy found her own way of making hits and that nothing could stop her. But in July 2019, the singer was accused of plagiarism. The Christian rapper, known as Flame, in 2008 released the song Joyful Noise. And 5 years later, we could hear Katy's hit song Dark Horse. According to CNN, a jury in a Los Angeles court passed a verdict that the pop singer's song had copied Flame's 2008 single, and she had to pay him $550,000. It seems that Katy didn't really care because she didn't even appear in the courtroom when the verdict in her case was passed. It's Katy's lawyers that handled the issue. They argued that the parts of the song which the rapper pointed out are common and too short to be copyrighted. Do you believe that the verdict was correct? Do the songs really sound so similar? And recently, Katy Perry released a Christmas music video for the song Cozy Little Christmas. Do you think the song has a chance to become this year's Christmas hit? In the music video, Katy transforms into a sexy Mrs. Claus. Apparently, it's because she finally felt the spirit of Christmas, and it's all thanks to Orlando Bloom, or Legolas from Lord of the Rings. And although Katy can't complain about her career that's lasted for over 10 years, the 35-year-old singer isn't that lucky with men. Well, Katy's had several failed relationships. She was even dumped by her first husband. Yes, dumped. What caused this? And was her life with her ex-husband really so terrible? I'll tell you about this in a moment. But now, hear about the most important thing, which is the happiness that Katy found by Orlando's side. Believe me, they had to work hard for it. When Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom started dating at the beginning of 2016, no one expected them to last. According to some people, they weren't a match, but the couple knew they were meant for each other on their first date. The first rumors about their split appeared by the end of 2016, but they turned out to be false. Unfortunately, they split for real in March 2017, and it was rumored that the reason was that neither of them were ready to get married again. While Katy's divorce from her ex-husband really messed her up emotionally, Bloom was focused on his career and was taking care of his son from his previous marriage with the model Miranda Kerr. However, everything had changed when on February 14, 2019, Orlando pulled out the ring and popped the question. So it seems that he finally knew what he wanted, and apparently he's already made plans for their future. The actor now no longer hides that he'd like to start a family with Katy Perry and is ready for another child. Maybe it's because he saw the good relationship that Katy has with his son, the 8-year-old Flynn. Well, it seems that after years of many painful experiences, including breakups and getting back, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are more than sure they want to be together. And after the engagement, they immediately started to plan the wedding. Do you think that this time Katy's marriage will last? Both for her and Orlando, this will be their second marriage. Katy's first husband was also associated with the world of cinema. The rather eccentric British artist, actor, and comedian Russell Brand is best known from the comedy Arthur. Katy met him in 2009 while working on the set of the movie Get Him to the Greek. Katy and Russell tied the knot in October 2010 at a tropical resort in India. Their marriage was full of passion and mutual public declarations of love, but it lasted less than a year and a half. And to be honest, their split wasn't a surprise because they liked to party and were a very wild couple. They went back and forth from arguing to loving each other. The only thing that could be surprising is the fact that, allegedly, it was Brand who ended the relationship. The reason for their split hadn't been known for a long time, but later, Katy revealed that their conflicting schedules and his desire to have kids before she was ready were what led to the end of their marriage. And apparently, Russell never spoke to Katy after he sent her the text that said he was divorcing her. Brand's side of the story was that he dumped her because of Katy's commercial success and the singer's hesitation to engage in activism. Besides that, Russell Brand said that he couldn't stand the empty life of a celebrity that he had to live as a husband of Katy Perry. He added that there was nothing spiritual in that marriage. At some point, he felt that, to be happy, he just had to leave. Of course, people didn't take Brand's words seriously. They believed that the actor just wanted to take advantage of his wife's great fame and get some attention. Do you think there's some truth to what he said? Katy never really wanted to talk about the fact that she was abandoned. What's more, there were also rumors that Brand was tired of his wife's dominant character, because supposedly Katy was the boss in this relationship. The singer only once confessed that for quite a long time she felt responsible for the broken marriage. But when she later learned why it happened, she understood that it wasn't her fault and that this is how it was supposed to be. However, Katy left her failed marriage behind and is now preparing to be a wife again. Do you think she and Orlando will live happily ever after? Apparently, the couple was about to finish their preparations for the wedding ceremony real soon. It was supposed to take place in the beautiful 800-year-old Ashford Castle in Ireland. But the latest news says that the wedding won't take place. No, there's nothing serious happening. The wedding that was supposed to take place in December was simply postponed. According to Us Weekly, the couple had to postpone the ceremony because of problems with the venue where the ceremony was supposed to take place. And according to the latest reports, Katy and Orlando will say "I do" at the beginning of 2020. During her musical adventure, Katy Perry, in addition to climbing to the top of the charts, also managed to secure a huge fortune of about $330 million. And probably in the next few years, she will earn even more, unless she decides to slow down and become a mom. What do you think? But even if she decided to do that, together with Orlando Bloom's net worth of about $35 million, they don't have to worry about anything. What are your thoughts about the relationship between Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom? Do you think they are a perfect match? Did you like Katy's Christmas song? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to CurioSips for the daily dose of juicy information. And obviously, like and share the video with your friends. See you soon.